Hey, how's it going? Volta here, and in today's video, we shall be taking a closer look at the Pulsar X2 Mini, specifically the Creators collaboration. So there were two different colorways released, the random Frank P one, which I'll have for you somewhere along the screen, and the one which I decided to go with, which was the Boardzy edition. Shocking. If you would like to check out the unboxing video, I will either link it for you somewhere along the screen or in the description down below. But the mouse does come with some goodies included. So you can see here there's a pouch which includes the official seal of approval sticker by Boardzy and a collector's item card. Now the copy number of my mouse was 119 out of 1500, as there are 1500 of the X2 and of the X2 Mini respectively. So that's 3000 in total at the time of recording, which were released. Let's take a closer look at the specs, which I'll have displayed for you on the screen, as the shape is identical to the original. However, the Creator editions have a different coating and some updated internals. So something to get out of the way right off the bat would be the weight, which is displayed on the box at 52 grams. However, my copy on my weighing scales comes in at 57 grams. So maybe it's something to do with the coating or the internals, but yeah, it's a bit of a discrepancy from the box to the actual weight of my copy. The switches are the Huano Blue Shell Pink Dot, which differ to the original, which had the KLGM 8.0 switches, and the scroll wheel was updated to the dustproof version. So that is the TTC Gold dustproof version, and the sensor is the PixArt 3395. So let's begin with the coating, which I am a big fan of, personally speaking. My hands do tend to sweat from time to time in game, so I do like a grippy coating to counter that. And I'm happy to report this is exactly what this mouse offers. It is very comfortable to use, and it's not too chalky like my black or charcoal Lamsuit Atlantis Mini, and it's not too rubbery. So both of these mice are grippy, but they kind of offer a different type of feel and comfort. Another addition is you can very faintly feel the difference in coating between the black and the white stripes, which I think is a nice little addition, and it kind of adds to the gripping effect. Like I mentioned in the specs part of the video, the mouse is upgraded from the KL 8.0s to the Huano Blue Shell Pink Dots on the Creator editions, which are very popular at the moment. I actually also upgraded my Extrafy M42 to the same switches because I like them so much. And the implementation of my copy are quite good. They're easy to actuate, very spammable. Yeah, just a joy to use in general. However, there is an issue with mouse 1 and mouse 2, which is not ideal. So if I just show this on the camera, there is quite a lot of side play, and mouse 1 in particular feels quite bad. So when I'm tensing up in game and I'm trying to aim and shoot at the same time, with the pressure that I apply on the mouse 1, the wobble can actually be felt in game while I'm doing this. So sometimes I have noticed it, and yeah, just something to report on my copy. The shape, which is a fantastic shape for a claw grip. There's lots of other reviews about the original, the Bruce Lee edition, random Frank P edition, where a lot of people compliment the shape of the mouse, and for good reason. Again, fantastic for claw grip. However, I found myself using it more as a fingertip grip. So if you can see the kind of outer shape here at the bottom, that's kind of where I gripped the mouse with my thumb underneath the mouse button. And yeah, with the flat sides, it was something that I did really appreciate in game. It allowed me to have lots of control over micro adjustments and recoil control, where I could simply just pull the mouse back into the palm of my hand. So yeah, great for fingertip and for claw grip. With my 18 by 10 hand size, it's not very good for palm grip. Maybe the medium version would be, but I don't have that copy. So yeah, with the Mini at least, I would recommend claw grip. And if you do appreciate the flat sides, it is also great for fingertip. Like I mentioned in the coating aspect, you can kind of differentiate between the black and the white stripes. So that is actually something that is quite enjoyable when you're gripping the mouse with your thumb. And yeah, it's just something else that kind of adds to the mouse overall. Now the dreaded quality control, and this is unfortunately where the mouse kind of falls apart for me. Now this could be just my copy, but I'll explain in more detail. So there is no side-to-side flex or creakiness when I squeeze it very hard at the sides or top or bottom, which is good. The side buttons just have a tiny bit of pre-travel, but yeah, you wouldn't really feel that in game. They're very good to use. So on that front, everything is good. However, following on from the mouse 1 and mouse 2 side wobble, which is pretty bad on my copy. And like I said, on mouse 1 in particular, I can feel that in game when I tense up, which is not ideal. But the biggest issue on my copy is actually the scroll wheel, which is extremely loud and quite tight. So I presume it wasn't either fitted properly, maybe it was fitted slightly at an angle, or there wasn't enough lube that was placed on the scroll wheel. So here's the sound test for you. I recently bought some lube and some replacement skates, so I will try to fix this myself at some point by taking the mouse apart and see if I can figure out what's wrong with the scroll wheel. However, when you're purchasing a new mouse, or specifically at this price point, it's not really something that you should expect to deal with. I will also link a video in the description from Jerer, so hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. But he also did a review on the Boardzy edition recently, where he also faced some quality control issues. So yeah, if you would like to check that video out, feel free to do so in the description below. Not too much to talk about on the software side of things. It does exactly what it says on the tin. You can change the button assignments, motion sync, debounce times, sleep settings. Under the performance tab, you can also change your DPI settings, polling rate, lift off distance. Quite well implemented, nice and easy to use. So yeah, pretty good on the software front. So to wrap things up, it's a great mouse, which was unfortunately flawed by some QC issues. Not too much impact in game. However, the scroll wheel, if I was playing a bit more Apex, which I kind of haven't been lately, but in Apex I do have a lot of the like jump and movement keys bound to my scroll wheel, so I probably would notice it more in Apex. It's not great when I was using it for daily browsing, just the noise was very off-putting on the scroll wheel. Yeah, I did perform well on this mouse. I did hit a few nice clips in Battlefield and Overwatch. However, if I compare this to my top performers, the Lamzo Atlantis Mini and the Xtrfy MZ1 Wireless, how does it compare? And I would have to say that I perform better on these two mice, but I still do enjoy this mouse, believe it or not, due to the coating, how comfortable it is to use. And if I do manage to fix the scroll wheel myself, this will for sure be in my rotation. So if you've made it this far in the video, you're an absolute legend. If you like the content, feel free to hit the thumbs up or consider subscribing, as it really does help the channel out a lot. Any comments or feedback would also be greatly appreciated. So until next time, catch you in the next one. Peace out.